AFC East predictions. Last week we did AFC West. Now, first team, the Buffalo Bills, 11-6 last season, 13 seconds away from the AFC Championship.
Choke artists.
Should the Buffalo Bills not only be favorites to win the AFC, but the Super Bowl? Like, what are your thoughts on this?
I'll tell you this. I was going through their schedule. Not many losses.
It's hard to find losses.
I'm going to be honest. Like, I had to force a couple also.
Yeah.
There's a strong chance that they could lose like 2, potentially even 1 game if they are who we think they are.
If they stay healthy. That's the only thing stopping
That being
them,
said, they lost to Jacksonville last year. They had some losses that they
of course,
shouldn't have lost.
it's the NFL, but off of straight up who should win their matchup, you could go into every single week and say the Bills can win. I'll say this. You add Von Miller to that defensive line. They needed some pressure on that line. You bring in one of the best pass rushers of last season. You add to the secondary, bring in Elam. You bring in James Cook now to add to that running back room to give you some security. We seem to differ on that, but I'm firmly under the belief that James Cook... I just don't think
James Cook's going to be a game changer for them. I think he'll be a nice complementary piece, possibly.
I definitely am confident that James Cook is going to be that for them.
Okay.
He is going to come in and provide them what they haven't had in a consistent, solid pass-catching back. And he's going to show elusiveness. He's going to show versatility, and James Cook is going to thrive.
What about Matt Breida,
Who? Matt Breida? For the speed? You got to love that. You got to love that.
He's a great Madden guy, for sure.
One of the best Madden players in the history of the game. The one thing that if I'm nitpicking would be a wide receiver too, but that's if you're not a Gabriel Davis breakout stan.
Are you?
Like I am.
You're
I believe that Gabriel Davis.
So what are you nitpicking for?
I'm nitpicking. I'm just come on, because you go into the season.
So sorry to cut you off, but whose side are you on? I'm under 1,000 yards. He's over 1,000.
With Josh Allen at QB, they have all the faith in the world in Gabe Davis. He's hitting that over.
Okay.
He's hitting that over.
I can't wait.
He's hitting that over.
Cool.
And again, this is if I'm nitpicking, and if you're not a Gabriel Davis stan, which Joel is not
at all.
And you have Jay Crowder as your wide receiver 3, which I'm a fan of.
Very
I
solid
love
option.
Jay Crowder coming out of the slot. That's huge. And especially with Josh Allen at quarterback, there's really nothing to worry about. He's going to elevate these guys. Gabriel Davis had a 200-yard, 4-touchdown game in the playoffs. Josh Allen can make the guys around him
Bro had like 40% of his yards in one game.
significantly better. Now, I still expect them to be one of the best offenses in the NFL, regardless of whether you have a question about their wide receiver. So I'm going to go through their schedule really fast. I'm only going to name the losses, really,
thanks.
okay? Week 3, I have them losing at Miami, against Cleveland in Buffalo, given the fact that it's post the 6 to 8 games that we think that Deshaun's going to miss. I think Deshaun can get a win there. And I have them losing at Cincinnati. I have them going 14-3. Other than that, I don't see them really struggle. Like, yes, it's the NFL. You can lose to anyone on any given week. But this team is just so well-rounded, so great top to bottom. They're going to be dominant. And yes, I do think that they will be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
You said it perfectly. It's hard to find losses on the Bills schedule. I went through and gave them their wins and losses, and my ending record was 14-3. But I don't, like, it's hard for me to think that. Like, we're going to talk about a team later where it was hard for them to find wins, but I kind of go through it all, and then once I have the record, I adjust it by like a game or two, because I'm like, all right, they're not going to win all these games in a row. They're going to drop one to a Minnesota, Cleveland, like just something's going to happen like the Jacksonville game, right?
I did that with Miami.
Yeah, so in terms of like, should the Bills be the favorites? They were my number 1 power ranking team, right? I think they're the best team in the league, the most complete team, bringing in Von Miller, Kyer Elam, really just securing up a couple weak points for them, being pass rusher in the opposite corner, being, opposite of Trey White. But, I mean, they have Josh Allen. They have the best quarterback in the league. They have Stephon Diggs, who's a top 6 wide receiver in the league.
I love that you're on this wave. Josh Allen better
Josh
than Mahomes.
Allen, yeah, bro.
God.
Like, they're 1 and 2 for me. They're 1A, 1B. Like, week to week, it could change.
The debates that we used to have, man.
I was right. I was right. I mean, I was right last year. Mahomes and the Chiefs beat Josh Allen. It's facts.
But, dude,
it's facts.
Josh Allen played better.
Cool, but Mahomes won. Lost to Cincy, unfortunately.
Because these bums can't tackle Tyreek, man.
I mean, you could say that about 90% of the league.
Everyone.
Yeah. But the Bills, I think they're going to be the number 1 seed. I think they're going to easily... I know we talked about it earlier, or us in total on the show, about Miami possibly winning the division. I don't see a world where they are even within 2 games, 3 games of the Bills, maybe. It's going to be very difficult for any of these teams to really come in and compete with the Bills in the AFC East. The 3 losses I have... Like I said, I had to find losses. Week 1 at the Rams, Week 6 at Kansas City, and then Week 17 at Cincinnati. they probably lose another game in division. Whatever team it is, I don't think it's the Patriots, the Jets, the Dolphins. I think they'll lose at least one divisional game. I have them going 6-0, but I find that hard to believe. And then at Baltimore versus Pitt, versus Green Bay, Minnesota, Cleveland, like they're gonna lose a game or two there. So I have them at 14-3. I don't know which game exactly they're gonna lose, but I think they'll probably end up being 12-5.
Their toughest games are on the road. You got the Rams week 1 on the road, Baltimore on the road, week 4, week 6 on the road at KC. Those are the 3 toughest games. Then they have a bye week. You go play Green Bay at home. Then you go play Cleveland at home. And then you play Cincinnati on the road week 17. Those are the toughest games for me. The Rams, Baltimore, KC, Green Bay, Cleveland, Cincinnati. Those are 6 games where I'm like, they can go either way. And I don't know. Like, maybe the Bills are favored, maybe they're not. But outside of that, I think the Bills should be favored in every single game. And depending on what the record is in those 6 games versus those tough teams is going to determine where I think they finish. My record for them is 13-4. I mean, they were one of the best teams in the NFL already. 13 seconds away from the AFC Championship. I think if they win that game, they win the Super Bowl. Like, that was my Super Bowl pick last year. I think they would have beat Cincinnati. I think they would have beat the Rams. Josh Allen would have held that trophy. And, you know, not too long ago, I watched the documentary, The Four Falls of Buffalo. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Very tough to watch.
Ever since then, you know, I know the AFC East is my division. I'm a New York Jets fan. I know these are supposed to be my
and
rivals.
A Mac Jones guy. And
but
a Tom Brady lover.
It's hard not to be a Josh Allen guy. Mac Jones, I was hounding him out of college, and the Patriots happened to select him. And then Dolphins are the only team I sincerely don't like. Like, I really don't like the Dolphins.
I wonder why.
I don't like the Dolphins.
Can you take it easy, man?
I don't like the
you
Dolphins.
You need help, man.
I don't like the Dolphins.
There's an anger inside you, bro, that I think that needs to be
I don't know
really
how you can
taken
hate the Dolphins more than the Patriots, bro.
And look
But
at,
the additions, though, Roger Saffold, he was the 15th best graded run blocker, but in pass pro, he's not good. 72nd ranked out of 84. I mean, that's horrible. But Jameson Crowder, Von Miller now gives them a true elite edge rusher.
A presence on the edge.
Tim Settle, I love that addition. They lost Harrison Phillips to Minnesota, so this was a nice addition. And O.J. Howard, you know, he former first-round pick. Hopefully he can find his groove with the Bills. He didn't do it with Tampa Bay, but he's going to be the second tight end. You got Dawson Knox there still.
Dog.
They needed a pass rusher.
Wake up, kid.
They got it with Von Miller.
They got O.J. Howard.
They needed a running back. James Cook is okay. You know, I wasn't the highest on him, but I think they can get it done. You know,
went to the perfect situation for him to thrive.
The Bills have shown that they don't need to run the ball to win games. They've already shown it, and to me, that's why I'm not too worried about it. But you said it. You know, I think this is Gabe Davis' breakout season. I think he's going to have 1,000 yards this year. Will he crack my top 32 receivers? There's a chance.
Ooh.
There's a chance we see Gabe Davis on there. Auden Tate. He's top 40.
Oh,
I'm saying for that list. Gabe Davis, there's a chance he cracks that list. I'm just saying.
Dude.
I'm a huge Gabe guy.
I'm going to throw up at this list, bro.
Dude, this list is going to be hilarious.
I love Gabe Davis. Man.
When it comes to your guys, bro, you're just such a casual sometimes. When it comes to your guys, bro, it's like, oh my
that's
God.
Rude. Yo, that's rude.
I'm gonna see some dumb shit. It's gonna be like Gabe Davis over like Darnell Mooney or fucking.
Yo, you put Gabe Davis over Darnell Mooney though. That's nuts.
I don't know. Maybe if Gabe Davis was number 1 receiver on the Bears.
Hell no.
You don't think he does that?
No,
bro. Darnell Mooney was on the Bills. Oh my goodness. I'm not even kidding, bro. Darnell would go crazy.
We've seen Darnell Mooney make Jalen Ramsey look silly.
I don't know, but Darnell Mooney has never had a 200-yard, 4-touchdown performance in the playoffs.
He's got a point.
But has Gabe Davis ever had a 1,000-yard season? Darnell Mooney did year 2 with Justin Fields and Andy Dalton.
Sometimes the numbers are deceiving.
No. There's none deceiving about 1,000. No.
And he passes the eye test as hell.
Correct.
I wouldn't put Darnell over Gabe.
Thank God.
But Gabe can make an appearance.
Is Gabe going to be over Garrett Wilson?
Possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. Gabe Davis or Tyler Boyd?
Gabe Davis.
Tyler Boyd.
Oh, you're bugging.
Nah.
As a number 3?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's rude.
That's
rude.
Boyd.
You're getting rude.
I'm not.
Good as fuck. Jay Crowder or Gabriel Davis?
At this point, Gabe Davis. 2 years ago, Jay Crowder.
Okay.
2 years ago, Jay Crowder.
I'm just gauging where you're at.
Jay Crowder. Jameson.
That's why Jay Crowder.
I know, but I'm thinking Jay Crowder. Like
Amon-Ra, Gabe Davis.
Amon-Ra?
Yeah.
Amon-Ra.
Yeah, for sure.
Jameson Williams or Gabe Davis?
Jameson. He's your wide receiver one.
Jameson. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Devontae Parker or Gabe Davis?
Gabe Davis.
Gabe Davis.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was easy.
Easy, right?
Dude, when we talk about the Pats, it's about to get ugly.
I'm so happy,
I
man.
mean, let's talk about it now.
Their downfall
I like
makes me
that.
so happy.